right then, Pasty guy. Does it get much worse than that as a Newcastle fan?
Well, Randy, how could I put this eloquently? We've fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. Yet again. We fucked it in 2016. We kind of, and it was the same when we appointed Steve Bruce. And secondly, when we persisted with him, even when it became clear he was losing the dressing room, he was losing the fans. But the people at the top, Ashley and Charnley, are too arrogant and pig-headed to admit they were wrong about their manager appointment yet again.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight, and as a result, we've let a run of, what we would class as winnable games. We've spaffed it up the wall. Absolutely spaffed up the wall. There's no two ways about it. Now, I said to you, remember that when we spoke after that Brighton game at the start of the season, where we were very similarly outplayed. And I said to you, if we need to sack Bruce before it was too late. But we're past that point now. But what I was wrong about, I actually thought after everything that happened in the summer, I thought Ashley would have the common sense to actually act in the best interests for himself as much as anything, given that there's only like 300 million on the line. But God, how wrong was I? Awful. And to think this bloke's an actual businessman. It's beggars belief.
It beggars belief that he can't learn from his mistakes, doesn't it? Like you said, how can you make the same mistake that what looks like 3 times now?
Yeah, it's stupid. And when you think now, there's no Benitez to waiting in the wings to save us. Not a chance. The best we can hope for is what? A bloke who didn't even last a season at the top job at Luton Town.
No chance of anyone else coming in from the outside. You not think like no chance of maybe Eddie Howe? Or...
No, I think Nigel Pearson was probably our best chance.
Did he go to Bristol?
Yeah, he's at Bristol. He started okay. He started well, but I don't know what's happened there. But no, but you know what? We've won 2 games in 20, and if you think it was against an Everton side who were very bad at home, and it was against a Southampton side in 3-4, and we were clinging on by the end of that game. But we probably, you know what? When you think about it, we haven't improved at all. We just pushed 10 yards up the pitch for a little bit. But now we've just reverted back to type. And what we're doing now is just waiting for Fulham to put us out our misery. That's all we're doing. And we have been doing for months. Since they're 2-0 at Everton, this has been coming. They've literally banked on Fulham and Brighton to not pick up the points. And it's blown up in their faces. Surprise, surprise. But it'll not be the most Ashley will suffer is that the club stops being his cash cow. When you think we're in a post-COVID football world where clubs have lost money in some way or another, one way or another. But if down in the Championship, and you think before this he had to give away 10,000 season tickets, I doubt they'll want to pay to watch that. But bullshit, to say the least. And not in the Championship, definitely not. And there'll probably be more people that'll be jumping ship at this rate. I think all that I would say for those for the plans towards the end of the season, lock the turnstiles. If because you know, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember that McLaren's last game against Bournemouth? How hostile the atmosphere got.
That pushed him out, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was his last game.
Well, if fans were in the stadium, well, the atmosphere that would make that look like a tea party.
Mm.
But what I would
By the obviously I'm out here in Dubai. So the next home game is that Spurs in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And what's the crack with social gatherings and stuff at the minute? Is that allowed yet or not? Or are you still not allowed to do that?
Sorry.
What's the crack with social gatherings? Are you allowed to meet? How many people are you allowed to meet outside and stuff now? Or
I think it'll be rule of 6 by like April 12th or something.
I was kind of say because if it changes soon, you know, obviously in the summer they run about bringing like festivals, but music festivals back in the Euros and everything. If only that was a bit sooner, because say only if that was in a couple of weeks' time and a few thousand even at least could turn up outside St James's Park, ready for the team bus coming in, ready for Bruce coming out, because that's the kind of thing that needs to start happening now for me. Like,
well, see, War Flags have done another display again tonight.
Have they? I haven't seen that yet. Obviously, doing all the videos.
Yeah, I have a look. They've done a bigger one, but it's just crazy. It's crazy that when we're just watching, we're literally watching us implode in real time here.
Yeah.
And they're failing on their own terms, and they're literally failing on their own terms, and that's saying a lot.
Right. Okay then, mate. Cheers for your time.
Right. See ya.
Take care. Ciao.